So here I am, Miss G's out in Broadway, and yeah, I dropped this off on Thursday, and Bonnie called me this morning, and well, I guess I don't know what time it is, noon, 1. Bees usually swarm between 10 and 4, and these were homeless bees hanging in a tree somewhere, and looking for a place to live, and we provided it. These can absolutely be they're rescued if they continued to live in a tree. And the temperatures got down to 36 last night. I'm surprised, and probably lost half of the pile trying to keep that queen warm all night. And so now these bees are in protected custody. If they moved into a tree somewhere, they start building and they start bringing in honey and pollen, and another hive find them. They're weak right now because they haven't built all their furniture and everything yet. They're carrying all their honey, pollen, sap. They're carrying everything they need to build this hive, but they're weak when they get started. And so what happens is other bees, other bee swarms, hives find their home, and if it's got too big a hole, they can enter 10 at a time and have big tribal wars, and a big swarm will wipe out a small swarm and rob all their resources. So now what's going to happen is these bees will go in over the next few hours, and I'm going to come back tonight and close the hole, take them home, add a feature to the hole that makes the hole smaller so that bees can only enter 2, 3 at a time, so that if anybody comes to rob them, another one comes to rob them, they can, let me back up a little bit. When a bee's natural defense is for a bear, and the only place that they can wound a bear is in the mouth. So nature has evolved them to smell carbon dioxide breath, and they were getting right in my face. That's why beekeepers wear hoods, to keep them out of their face when they're breathing, and talking don't help none. So I can add a feature to the box, and to where they can't enter, but 2 at a time. That gives them the opportunity to defend themselves from other beehives coming to take their resources. And as the hive grows, then I can open the hole up bigger and bigger, and just to give them an extra boost, these bees can now go home, and I'll give them a feeder. I'll put a feeder on top of their hive with sugar syrup, so they don't have to move so far. They won't have to fly up to 3 miles. Bees go 3 to 5 miles to collect, so they can make short round trips and really feed I'll probably get a pollen patty, give them a pollen patty. The pollen patty is what they feed larvae. Bee bread, that's what they make and feed the larvae. Only adult bees eat honey. So yeah, I can give these guys a boost. They're rescued. They are in protective custody now. Their chances just went from a possibility to a probability of survival. So I'm going to put on my hood and my gloves, and I'm going to go up here and play. As long as I keep my mouth shut and don't talk, I could run my hand right through that swarm and poke around at them, see if I can find the more than one queen. Sometimes more than one queen goes with a swarm, and it'll be either the adult queen with young queens, young virgin queens. It could just be 4 or 5 young queens. So, and in the end, there can only be one. So if that whole swarm goes in there before I find any extra queens, they'll kill each other. There'll only be one. And if there's more than one, then I can make 2 hives, 3 hives. Friends of mine have saved swarms that have had up to 7 queens in it. So this is about rescue. So I'm gonna go grab my suit and my gloves, see what I can find in that pile. However many went in, I'm not gonna open it right now. So if there's a queen on the outside, which with that swarm you can see them on this video, I'm going to go ahead and shut my mouth and get up there closer, and you can watch. You can just see them marching right in. So let's. In an hour or less, every bee there will be in the hole doing their jobs. So I'm going to try to act quickly. There's still a lot hanging on there. There may still be a queen there. If I find just one, I have to assume that one hasn't entered yet. If I find 2, then I only need 1 to go in there, and the other one I'll keep in my little queen trap and go from there. So I'm going to shut this off right now and go get geared up.